Hello. Might not be on for long tonight. Just letting you guys know. I had a very bad anxiety attack. I couldn't sleep. Just had a really awful anxiety attack. And then all this stuff in the White House happened and stuff. It's just been a shitty day. But I did get this done, so I had to go across town to get this. Question? What question? As soon as I turned this thing on, it had like a really nightmarish red and black color. I thought it was like broken or something, but I just had to change the color settings. Another little anxiety attack there. Luckily, it seems to be working now. It's nothing up right now. Just wanted to see how this is working, if it like looks any better. It's a much better capture card than the one I was using. The cable's not proprietary either. It's a Type C cable, so that means if the cable goes out, I can easily replace it, which is always good. Let's try to get in on this one. Fuck, man. No dice. I got my stimulus as well, and there's no GPUs or PS5s available, so that's kind of making me depressed too. I don't want to fight that boss. Nanigi and then temper key damage. I might have to stop playing this game. This frame rate's making me sick. PC port come faster. Come home to PC. I have build guides on my channel. If you want a baseline, I've already provided all that. I'm not doing any more guides for this game anytime soon. I think I covered everything I could, really. Also, had terrible cramps this morning. I had a lot of nightmares last night. I've been working myself too hard. Oh, I need to chill for a bit and not work so hard. I sure as hell don't get reimbursed fairly for how much work I do, but what did I get this time? Gold earned, that's poop. Amateur earned, junk. Oh, hello. That's good. That's one good thing. I think I only needed one more copy of that. See what the accessories were. Let me see. Yeah, I just need one more, so that's perfect. Back out of there. I don't need that grace. See if there's any two boss scrolls up right now. How's the capture card working? Is it fine? It's kind of hard to tell with this game playing in a party. It's so choppy, but There's nothing good on right now. This is like TV with nothing on. I'll take this one. Can probably solo this one. Hope it gives me this one. The other one's got crabs on it. No one likes the crabs in this game. The Capcom video policy is that's been another difficult thing that's happened today too. But there is one good thing about it. It's just a matter of if they actually enforce it, though. They're trying to stop all the clickbait spoilers. You know, when like a game comes out and someone will put like the final boss or like some major event happening in the thumbnail so that you get spoiled, even if you don't intend on supporting assholes like that. That's like the one good thing in there. It's just a matter of if it's actually going to be enforced or not. I think people are getting a little bit too worried over it because it's such an impossible thing to enforce. Just wonder if it's going to have the same double standards that a lot of those other rules have. Well, no, they would take down someone like me without a second thought. But like if a large channel does it, then it's suddenly okay. I hope they're actually just and fair with enforcing it, but most likely it's going to be like the Atlas thing. They had all these empty threats for streaming Persona 5, and hardly anybody got affected. I think like maybe a handful of people got affected. And people have been like streaming full playthroughs of that game for years. I'm not sure what to think about it. It's all in legalese, so it's one of those things where it's like basically gives them the grounds to terminate your channel for any means, or at least a video. They can copyright strike you for like literally anything. They actually have people doing it though. It feels like it's a lot like Atlas America, that stupid policy they had when Persona 5 came out, which is basically just they even admitted in there in like corporate speak. It's like, oh, it's the old boomers in the suits at Atlas Japan that don't understand how the internet works. It's painfully obvious from reading that they were not on board with it. Unfortunately, a lot of things we love on the internet are run by people who don't know what the internet is or how it works. It's going to be a big deal if someone does get struck for that, though. I haven't been playing a lot of their stuff lately. They haven't put out anything that I really liked. Yeah, I think people are taking a little bit too seriously, and it's one of those things that's so hard to enforce. You know, if you're a massive channel and you break those rules, I would hope that they don't have double standards and they actually punish those people, but they're not going to go looking around for small channels like mine that may or may not be breaking the rules. They don't have time for that. I can't recall anybody actually having trouble for getting banned, like getting struck or banned for Persona. At least streaming it, if you uploaded footage of that game past whatever their cutoff point was, then yes, but everyone else was fine. Well, Twitch emotes is obvious. I've always thought it was kind of silly to have a Twitch emote of someone else's IP. That's just asking for it, really. I would not want to do that if I was a big streamer and I had more than one emote. I would not want anything copyrighted. You know, I have a custom made emote of a combo from the combo snacks. I'm not going to get copyright struck for that. A lot of people can't even tell what it is. It's not instantly recognizable. But I would not like want a photo of or an emote of like Dante or something. I'm not going to get my career ruined because I tried to sell an emote of their character. Yeah, the ransomware hack. They didn't want to pay, which is funny. It's like, you guys hate leaks. Why didn't you pay? I actually did not even want to know what was in those leaks, but I had a bunch of people tell me. Now I'm cautiously optimistic about that new Final Fight game. As somebody who grew up with the original, I don't think I want my current Capcom touching that game. It doesn't need to be remade. Just make Final Fight 4. It's probably like a code name, though. It very well could be Final Fight 4. Yeah. Imagine when they put out Final Fantasy VII Remake on PC. Square is probably going to put out some BS legalese policy like that, too. It's like, you're not going to be able to stop people for doing that for Tifa and Aerith. It's just the big clickbait channels stupid enough to actually show themselves installing those kinds of things, though. That's the question. It's easy clickbait. Doesn't take much to get views on here. It's just, if you're actually honest and you have some integrity and decency, it is. You can very easily just take advantage of the gullible and make lots of money. It'll be interesting to see if they actually do enforce the spoiler policy, though, because that's something that it bothers me out of principle. I don't really play a lot of story-oriented games to begin with, so I don't particularly care if I get spoiled, but the people who do that kind of thing are the scum of content creation. Like, with those people, it's painfully obvious they don't care about content creation in general. They're just in it for the money. Shouldn't take advantage of people like that. How do I get rid of it? Why is there inventory shit for this, too? How do I get rid of it? I didn't get that scroll because of this stupid inventory. So damn annoying, man. How do I get rid of it? Remove it. Thank you. Paid mods is obvious. I feel like if you're making mods and you want to make money, you should probably just make your own game. Once you start monetizing a mod, you've lost any kind of goodwill or leeway you have at that point. That's not how it works. Yes, people put a lot of work into that stuff, but you can't be making money off it. I like how it didn't even give me a chance to get rid of these shit ones. It just said, "Oh, you can't get it. You can't get it because your inventory's full." Well, then give me more inventory space. Bullshit, man. got, got screwed out of that. I wanted that scroll too. Dumb. It's like, oh, you don't have enough inventory space. Well, then let me go into the inventory and get rid of it. Jeez, man. Talk about harsh. When is it going to be like no inventory management in anything? Just give me unlimited space. At least this game lets you get rid of it quickly, but I feel cheated right now. They could have gotten that scroll, but I didn't know the inventory was full. It didn't freaking tell me. Pretty whack. Oh, they'll definitely enforce it on paid mods. It's an obvious way to get in trouble. I feel like for stuff like content creation, though, I don't really think it's much to worry about. It's hard enough to get like a social media rep. I can't imagine hiring people to actually look for that kind of thing. It's probably a demand from the Japanese branch, just like it was with Atlas. Like that was not enforced at all. Yeah, I don't think anybody got in trouble for that, aside from people streaming it. But the people that were streaming it were just asking to get bodied anyway. Yeah, and like I said, those parasites that just latch onto whatever game is popular and beat it first, and then put up the ending and spoilers and stuff intentionally. A lot of those parasites got bodied for it, but no one else really did. It's such a hard thing to enforce. Unless it's like, oh, the streamer that gets like 10,000 views is using a nude mod, or they're streaming the ending or something. Like you'll get in trouble for that, but they're not going to go looking around for nobodies like me. I don't have anything to worry about. Unless they made another Basara, which they won't. You're going to make another 10 Resident Evil games. There haven't been enough of those already. Oh, let me pop that. I got a what was it? It was a inheritable in here. Nice. How much untouched magic do I have now? %26. Oh, I don't want to inherit the grace. Never mind. Forget that. I'm glad I noticed. Mini anxiety attack anytime you see something like that. If you attempt to use it, it does warn you, but you get used to just mashing the button. I'll give this another couple tries, and I think I'll just chill on the console for now. There's nothing to really play at the moment. Dry period. Miss America. I can't log into their press site. It like doesn't work. It keeps telling me to verify, and then Google says that it's a blocked app or whatever. It's like what? This app is blocked. Okay, why? They made it a lot harder to ask for keys. I thought about trying East 9, even though the frame rate's shit, but I like can't get in. It's weird. It just tells me the app is blocked. It's like, why haven't they fixed it? They want your credentials, but you can't register. Generally, it looks a lot better if you just connect your YouTube, because that way they can look at your analytics and stuff. We have some connections over there. I'll have to ask, see what I can do. I wouldn't mind getting it for free. I would hate playing it on PS4, but I'm not against it for free. So PC port's a long ways off. It's like not coming out until summer. Goes without saying that is because of the how much of a disaster the East 8 port was. How it took months to get fixed. They don't want that on their hands again. Looks like they got some help importing it this time, so hopefully those people know what they're doing. Looks like they ported a lot of the Trails of Cold Steel games, so I don't know how good those ports are. Can't be worse than East 8 though, even like get off the boat in that game. Crash constantly. It was like unplayable. There's nothing going on here right now. I think I'll just hop off here. It's dead. Also, this controller's been giving me really bad cramps. I had a really bad cramp this morning. I don't think playing this game for 8 hours is a wise decision right now. That's one other reason why I don't play on this console that much, because the other controller I use, I only get cramps if I play like a ridiculous amount. But like a couple hours of playing anything on here on the DualShock 4, I get really bad cramps. It's like legit unhealthy for me to play on a PS4. I don't know what it is, but the DualShock 4 has given me problems with cramps in the past. And it wasn't until I graduated to the SN30 Pro Plus that I've had very few problems with cramps. Unless I'm like working really hard on something, it's generally a non-issue. I hope the PS5 controller is more ergonomic. I haven't used one yet. I thought about getting one for the channel, but then whenever I do get a PS5, I'll just have two controllers. I haven't heard anything about the ergonomic quality of it or the build quality. So PS4 controller also has really shitty build quality. Very unreliable. I think I've already been through like four of them, and I've only had it for 4 years and some change. So one every year, pretty much, which is like laughable. And there's still like NES and SNES controllers that still work. It's kind of a joke, really. All right, well, it seems to be working. I don't really have anything else to play right now. I just wanted to test it out. My other one is still working. It seems like what was wrong the whole time was that uh, the power save shit got turned on. And that's a mess for anything that needs to be constantly connected, like a capture card. So the computer was trying to turn it off the whole time. And that's why I was losing signal. The capture card is actually fine, which is a good thing because I can donate that card to someone else who needs it, or it could just be a backup. You know, if this one craps out, I can easily just get another one. It's something I've been wanting to do for a long time anyway, because it's hard to get any kind of high demand electronics right now. I ordered that thing back on the 21st and I just got it today, so it's been like 2 weeks. I wanted to just take advantage of it. It's not really anything to play on console right now, but I know when I do get a PS5, I will need it. Susanoo and Nigi is the one that I use. Game looks ugly, but it's quite fun. I like how it's short game too. The hands are still pretty cramped, so probably for the best I don't play Neo tonight. I need to give it another day of very light gaming, especially on that controller. I have a pretty intense hatred of that controller. Not because of how it plays, it's just my hands just can't handle it. For whatever reason, I guess it's just the way my hands are. I've always gotten cramps from using that. This controller I have here is much healthier for my hands. Especially with all the fast-paced games I play. I'm gonna start watching it, especially since I at least partially do this as a job. Enemy hitboxes in this game are so so busted. They're not pushovers, that's for sure. These guys in particular, their hitboxes are like nuts. It's like way above their character model. You definitely have to respect the enemies in this game. You can't just walk up to them and punch them, which is kind of cool in its own way. It does feel a little bit unfair, though. Everybody has better hitboxes than you. Even the most basic enemies. Running attacks like the one attack you have that will actually contest them. Nice. Deathless run. 1 CC. Gripping plot. In order to gain more powerful power, I went the evil road. The story. Google Translate English. The best. That's what makes this an authentic beat 'em up. And terrible English. Oops, misaligned. Get it level 20. What's that? That's kind of lame. That's all he gets. That sucks, man. What does that do? Like break their guard or something? It's the exact same thing. Developer put like the least amount of work into that character. That's incredibly lame. What does he get at level 20? Not Axel. Oops. Let's see. Straight up just has Axel's moveset. At least at the start, and then starts to deviate a little bit. Kinda cool if this game sells well. So obviously didn't put a lot of money into this, but he added more moves. More moves and maybe making the enemies not have such ridiculous hitboxes. I think I'm gonna get him to 20 and probably just stop for tonight. Anxiety attack usually takes me more than a day to recover from. Kind of a shame the progression kind of stops at 20. It only takes like 10 minutes to get them to 20. What new stuff does he get? It's actually a little bit worse than before. Fighting this boss at least. Harder to corner carry. It actually kind of sucks. You're stuck in the animation a lot longer. Kind of a downgrade, really. So this boss, he breaks out of S-string. You can't do S-string combos on him. It's really hard to hit. You other characters can start something on him a lot better than this guy. Maybe Grand Upper works. Okay. I just have to approach him differently. A lot harder to punish, though. Unlike Axel, he is not invincible during his Grand Upper. You have like your parry and you have like a little bit of invincibility on your defensive special. But all the hitboxes on the enemies are like crazy. They really want you to parry. The parry's nice and responsive, but the timing's pretty tight. This game's a guilty pleasure. People were hating on it on my video, but I have fun playing it. It's not like it's expensive either. Fun little game. It's not gonna replace like Street Rage 4 or anything, but it's fun. I'm enjoying it. So hard to cancel off that. Big punish. You can tell this guy had like no budget, but he knows what makes beat 'em ups fun. He knows what makes them fun, and I don't need AAA graphics to appreciate a video game. I know a lot of people do these days, but I don't need it. If the game is fun to play and interesting to me, I'll play it, or at least give it a chance. There's no guarantee I'll stick with something, but you can't be picky with these kinds of games. There's not a lot of them coming out. Rushing Beat of Rage. Original title, Do Not Steal. This fight is legit hard on this character. He can't punish as easily. Can't get any punishes. Alright, got something started now. Nice. Still got it. GG. This character does not have the tools to deal with that fight. The other two characters have like a Tatsu that's invincible and it moves them forward. That boss, you cannot jab him at all. He breaks out. You can't jab him at all. The only way you can really land a punish on him is neutral special, defensive special, which on the bootleg Axel is like almost impossible. It leaves you invincible for a long time, but he can't punish as easily. Oh, here's a full boss rush run with bootleg Axel. Can make, I'll probably do some playthroughs of these guys next to the other two characters. The rest of this week, I guess. I need to take it easy for a few days. It's a good fit. Kinda getting a little burnt out on Neo 2 anyway. Especially since I could have a review key in as soon as like 3 weeks. I'm not gonna play the same game twice. I do that with like Switch games and stuff, but those are a lot shorter than Neo 2. Those aren't 100-hour long games. So I bought this and Cobra Kai. I've got some stuff on Switch to play as well. Have a little bit more variety. Closers I patched up. I got some stuff on that as well. So I got paid today. Probably a little bit less Neo 2, especially while my hands are cramped, because my old man hands do not like the DualShock 4. I hope that the DualShock 5 is going to be easier on my hands. I should probably stay away from Neo for a few days. Probably just maybe do like dailies or something, but that's going to be basically it. I don't want to do much else with it. It's a fun little game. I enjoyed it. It's a nice little speed run for me too. I kind of wanted to speed run something for a while, so we'll see. Alright, I think I'm gonna stop for tonight. I'm still a little bit cramped, so I need to take it easy. I need to get more potassium in my system. I need to drink lots of water, which I did today. I just took my stress drink, so hopefully I don't have such a horrible night like I did last night. That's why I'm not doing hardcore gaming today. I need to rest my hands and body. Should be around later. Not later tonight, but probably after lunch, or after my kitty sitting shifts. I'll be around for more. Probably closers. I wanted to play a little bit more of Cobra Kai. It's kind of a tongue twister to say. I wanted to give that game more of a chance, and then maybe some Switch stuff. I didn't really buy much off the sale. I haven't touched the Avengers patch either, so those of you who wanted Neo 2, unfortunately that controller really fucks with my hands, so I might need to give that a break. Probably at least until Friday, I'd say. Usually it takes me like 2 or 3 days with my method of getting over cramps to feel 100%. But that controller, it's just not very ergonomic. So I'll have to take it easy for a few days. Thanks for understanding. Should be back tomorrow with more. Glad the capture card is working. I'm glad I diagnosed what was wrong with the capture card in the first place, which was uh, power save settings. It's nice that they want you to try to save power, but when it's something like a capture card, you need it to work without limitations like that. So not much I can do there. But the new one seems to be working. I might go as far as doing a giveaway for the old one for anybody who wants to start content creation. Starting content creation right now is kind of not easy. Twitch has made it a lot harder to get noticed because of the 5 billion ads they play. But I'll figure out something to do with that old capture card. I might give it to the community. Um, I'll see if there's any real life friends who want it. But that is a pretty big future proofing. The next future proofing would be PS5 and then probably a 3070. But we all know those things are impossible to get right now, which is unfortunate because I got my stimulus check today. I was on Newegg today, right when they dropped the 3070s, and they were sold out within like 10 seconds. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but the only chance I have of getting one is basically if it's in-store pickup. I know Best Buy is doing that because I was at Best Buy today to pick up my capture card, so I'm kind of banking on that. If I had the choice, I would probably get the PS5 actually because that's going to be hard to find for a while. Um, just for the sake of exclusives. PS5 right now is kind of just like people are going crazy for it because it's the big new shiny thing, but there's like no games on it. There's very little. You have Godfall, which is PC port, has a PC port. DMC5 Special Edition, which has already been surpassed by the PC version, the mods. Um, you have Demon Souls and Spider-Man. That's basically it. And even Spider-Man is not an exclusive. You can still play that on PS4. The demand is it's like partially warranted, I'd say. It is a really good console. It's better than anything else that's come out, and it does address a lot of the problems that the last couple gens have had, but I don't know. It's kind of weird people are going so crazy for them when there's like literally like 5 games for it. The fact that backwards compatibility is really nice on it helps, but a lot of the games that you'd really want patches for, a lot of games you'd want to play backwards compatible will need patches. Very few of those have come out so far. It's mostly just been like, I think Ghost of Tsushima, a couple other AAA games. But like a lot of the Japanese stuff, there's no patches for it. So unless the game runs uncapped, kind of not going to get much. A good example is Gundam Breaker 3. That game, apparently the load times are like instant, but it's still 30 FPS because that game is locked at 30 FPS. Stuff like that really sucks. Anyway, I don't know when the next PS5 drop's going to be. Seems like the only chance I have is Best Buy. Try to hold on to that money as long as I can, and then we'll go from there. Anyway, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Sorry for the short stream.